I will make some comments. Any of y'all that attended the rodeo during this last session obviously saw the vision plan put out by the Stock Show Association for additions and renovations to the Coliseum, and announced in the statement made that uh, they were going to ask the voters on a November referendum whether they would support this. Um, there's been no official action brought before the court. I'm aware of what they are wanting to do out there. This is not really new. It started 5 or 6 years ago. There was a community meeting out there at that point in time trying to scope up the idea of a brand new Coliseum. But I think they found that that was extremely expensive and probably was going to be very difficult to do. They've now pivoted and spent quite a bit of money getting a forensic uh, evaluation done of facilities and outlined what they could be done for approximately $25 million. Those of y'all that saw that plan, it's pretty innovative and pretty dramatically changing that. They're searching for a mechanism to go forward, possibly how to fund that. And of course, it's a strange situation because the city owns the Coliseum. The Stock Show Association, which has been going on 90 years now, kind of controls and owns the buildings that surround that, the barns and the Spur Center and all of that. So they, uh, it was inquired to me if the court would consider sponsoring a bond election. Their thoughts would be that it has probably a better chance of being received if it's done countywide instead of just within the city. And of course, you know, all county residents are county taxpayers. Everybody in the city is county taxpayers. So I don't know what it's going to look like. Obviously, there's a lot of legal uh, situations that need to be addressed. There's got to be bond counsel, there's got to be financial uh, uh, consultants that have to be engaged for this to occur, and then how those mechanisms would work. Just the initial inquiry, it's very possible to do that through a memorandum of understanding. But there's been nothing before the court. I'm assuming they've probably contacted some of y'all, but nothing's come before the court. We have not had a meeting to discuss any of that. I think it's a little bit premature, and their interest was while they had their rodeo audience, they wanted to put their vision out there and start, I guess, putting some data up with rumors that were going around anyway that they were wanting to do something. They just did not have anything to show until, oh gosh, I guess about 10 days ago when they got the renderings back, and it was pretty impressive what they had. So that's where it's at. Have as soon as something gels, that there's some workshop or discussion or something that's going to be formally presented to the court or to the city council or however that moves forward. As soon as something gels, then obviously it will all be done in the public arena under in a public meeting. So that's where we're at this point in time. Uh, y'all know as much about it as I do. If you saw that schematic and the fact that it's $25 million is roughly what they figure the budget is, and I think they have or have already have raised some funding for it. So uh, at some point in time, we'll see it in some type of official capacity, and I think hopefully as time goes on, within the details will become more clear to where people can understand what they're asking for and what the ramifications of that were going to be.